It has been a long time since I've done a YouTube video. I have never had really the motivation to do YouTube, but I'm going to try to start doing more videos. So on this one, I'm going to be doing a lot of vacuum cleaner reviews, because except for my bagged Power Force, the rest of them were found in the dumpster. Well, this one I have a different story on the Electrolux. So the story on these two here and the Helix Turbo Rewind, they were found in my dumpster. Because apparently people do not seem to care about their money. They always want to waste money on a new vacuum versus spending $2 or $22 on a new belt and brush roll. So I don't understand people these days. So anyway, the story behind this Electrolux, this one had a free sign on it right here. It was sitting on the sidewalk. This one I've had the longest out of all the other vacuums I have. This one I bought brand new. Yes, I've had to replace the hose, the brush roll, and belt. And yeah, I did not throw it away. I saved it. Because I know I value my money. So anyway, I'm going to tell you all the history that I have with the three I found in the dumpster. I'm going to start with this one. Yes, I've used it quite a bit already, so this is still the original brush roll. It was not all that dirty. I had to replace the belt and oil the bearings. Or I think the bearings were still good. Well, I still lubricated them anyway. The filter was caked with dirt. The belt was bad. I put a new one on. Now it's working. So I apologize to do this, but I will not be running on any of them in this video. I apologize about that. And overall, this turbo brush I bought off Amazon. It didn't have a turbo brush. It didn't have any of the attachments. It was all missing. I'll see if I can turn on my flashlight. Oh, never mind. I can't turn on my flashlight. Alright, I can't turn on my flashlight. The cord rewind on this is not the greatest. Like if I pull it out just a little bit, say I have to pull it out again in order for it to go back in. I guess that's one reason why they threw it away, is because this cord rewind wasn't working the greatest either. But mainly, I'm willing to bet you they threw it away over dirty filters and a bad brush roll and belt. Well, mainly the belt was bad to begin with because it was completely broken. So I cleaned it up, cleaned the filters, and now it works fantastic. And I put $0 into this thing. And yes, I've already had a spare belt from another vacuum that, I kid y'all not, yes, I scrapped it because the original motor was bad, and I bought a motor that was actually too large for it because it had a 10 amp motor, and then I put a 12 amp motor in it. That's the motor right there, actually. And I ended up having to shave the inside of the motor housing in order for it to fit. So I did not plan on really saving it because I replaced it with this one. And I think the one I've had the second longest was Hoover wind tunnel, which is in my storage unit. I'll do that in another video. And then right after that one, I actually have another Hoover wind tunnel that was bagless right before I started using this one. So I didn't necessarily use this one right away. I actually had a Hoover wind tunnel. And I still have it. It's in my storage unit. Now this one. This already had the turbo brush. It did not have the crevice tool or dusting brush. I had a different dusting brush that was off an Orac, and I did not like it. I put this on here for it to hold the dusting brush because the hole was too big for it to sit on there tightly like it did on the crevice tool. And of course the crevice tool fits properly because it came off of another Bissell Power Force Compact. Yeah, I scrapped it because I destroyed the brush roll housing because I got the wrong brush roll for it because the other one was wearing out. Yeah, I probably should have saved them, but I didn't. But I did save the motor and the filters as well. And I actually cut the filter in two and put it in the exhaust system so it has a filter. And this is the original brush roll. I know that's hard to see. The belt takes up too much space. I don't know why they couldn't put bristles on that side like they do on the regular sized vacuums. And I know they took this brush roll apart because it was missing a part in here that pushes the bearing out to keep the cap from rubbing. And that's what ended up happening, and I ended up having to put another part in it, and I managed to get it to run. The belt was broken, and this works completely fine now. And this was the first time when I picked up this one, the first time it didn't even have a freaking clog in it. People really are so lazy these days, it's unbelievable. Why do you think Bissell upload, or not just Bissell, any of these vacuum companies, why do you think they upload YouTube videos on their channel? Why? So you don't have to keep wasting money on a new vacuum. Unless if you're so desperate that you really had to get a new one. But yeah, that's the story behind this one. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to tell you that is missing is the hose clip right here is missing. Sorry, my lighting is not good, but yeah. The hose is just kind of just sitting there. Now this one has a similar story with this one. As you notice, this actually does not have the Helix style brush roll. I usually don't turn them on the front like this, but this actually has the Chevron style where it has the V shape right there. That's the Chevron style. The history of this one, the brush roll was actually caked with hair. And it was definitely human hair, like about like that thick of dirt and hair around the brush roll. You couldn't even see the bristles, it was so dirty. Belt was snapped. And the caps at the end of the brush roll, the metal rod actually melted and it got shifted inside. It got it shifted to the side of the plastic cap, and I couldn't even save the brush roll. I was wanting to save it, but I couldn't, so I had to use that one. Luckily, it was a spare one that I got when I first put it in my bagged vacuum here. I ordered it off Amazon, and I only ordered one, and then Amazon sent me two. So thank you, Amazon. I appreciate that. And I decided to put it in this one. And I've been wanting the Helix. This is the first Helix I owned. So yeah, with this one, that one right there, and this one, got them from the dumpster, and they work just fine. They threw them away for nothing. And this one I don't really have a history because, you know, I bought this one brand new. And I really wanted to try out their new models of the bagged vacuums, and I really like it. And it's shocking how this actually comes with the long crevice tool. I was expecting to get the stubby one, which is kind of useless. And yeah, I ordered new parts. That's another thing. People don't realize they can order new parts off Amazon, like a new suction tool or something like that. They just want to throw away the vacuum and waste $50 versus spending $20 on a new brush roll. What a waste of money. Not the most exciting So basically, this is the vacuum saved video. And yeah, all these other vacuums I have saved. And if you ask me, how did I start doing these vacuum saved videos? I'm going to give Intelitech Studios a big shout out. Because of him, I'm going to start doing my own. So shout out to him. Please subscribe to him. He is an amazing YouTuber with vacuums. And yes, I subscribe to his channel too. So if you don't know who he is, look him up and subscribe. and hopefully I'll have more videos coming. I know I haven't been uploading in a few years, I just haven't had the motivation, so stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching.